All these fans running for the comfort of the body. Huh? You understand? We only think about the comfort of our body. When the fans are running, we might not understand the Dhamma, but that is not important. Because of the noise of the fans. But we are so hot. Huh? Where does the heat come from? Comes from the kilesas. Huh? The body doesn't mind it. We take so much care of our body, and so little care of our chitta. The moment the body is not in comfort, we look after how we can make the body comfortable. And then, maybe then we think about, how can we make the chitta more comfortable. But first comes the body. The order is wrong. First comes the chitta, and then comes the body. Of course, we have to look after the body. I mean, it's our tool. It's our tool to get enlightened. Well, but we can bear with a lot of things. We can bear with heat. We can bear with cold. We can bear with little food. We can bear with not so tasteful food. That's all. It's all possible. But do we do it? No. Because the kilesas will make an uproar. Start a revolution. And we are just being chopped off while they do the revolution. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I need this. I need that. I need that. So we are constantly slaves to the kilesas. So let's remind ourselves that Buddhism is it's not a preaching religion. We don't go out, we don't read the suttas and then go out and preach to people, you should do this, you should do that, this is the way it goes, that is the way it goes. Now, even though the Lord Buddha was there, he didn't teach everybody. If somebody wasn't interested in the Dhamma, he didn't teach. When somebody didn't ask him questions, he didn't answer. Why do we have to blurt out everything that we experience and tell the others, oh, look what I have experienced, isn't that great, isn't that great, What's that? Nothing else than the affairs of the kilesas. Yeah? Talking about Dhamma, it's mostly the affairs of the kilesas. If you have a question, then you might ask. Yeah? I mean, unless you know, don't open your mouth. Yeah? And even if you have a deep understanding, a deep insight, and some understanding of Dhamma comes up, what did Lungta Mahaprabhu said about it? The moment we talk about it, this Dhamma disappears. And then only the memory of this Dhamma remains. And then we talk and talk and talk, yeah? And the more we talk, the more deluded we get, yeah? And just like people who study a lot, yeah? And that is the problem with us. They study a lot, and they get clever, they think they know, yeah? They think they understand. And what is the first word? They think. Thinking. Yeah? Thinking to know is not knowing. Thinking to understand is not understanding. And this thinking, we were educated, yeah? Every one of us was educated, in schools, at university, yeah? To understand quickly and to know, yeah? So, how can we not use the same things, yeah, when we start to practice Dhamma, yeah? So, but the only thing is, we think we know and we think we understand, yeah? And that is very, 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 very different, yeah? So listen very carefully. Knowing and thinking I know is very different, yeah? The knowing doesn't disappear, yeah? The thinking, yeah, just disappears, yeah? And the best trick, to check out if you just think we understand or think we know, we negate this. And instantly, it starts to wobble, yeah? And if you do that for 5 or 10 times, yeah, then we are at a loss. Yeah? We are at a loss. We don't really know. Have we really understood it? Yeah? And the moment this comes up, we know it is false. Yeah? And the only thing that blows up is our ego. Huh? So unless we know, huh? And unless some people come and ask us something, we should zip our mouth. Huh? Because it just leads to an ego. Yeah? Bigger. Oh, yeah? I know. Yeah. I know much better. Yeah? And that is actually, the poison that the Lord Buddha was talking about. Yeah? It's grabbing the snake at the tail. It bites around, yeah, turns around, it bites us. Yeah? And we are poisoned by the Dhamma. Yeah? It's not helpful, this kind of Dhamma anymore. It's poisoning us. Yeah? And not only poisoning us, yeah, because when we open our mouth, it poisons others. Yeah? And people who have experienced this, there are lots of people, there are lots of teachers, especially in Malaysia and Singapore, where I go, yeah, or even Indonesia. Lots of teachers, everyone teaches something different. Yeah? How can we not get confused? Yeah? At the time of the Lord Buddha, there was only one teaching. Yeah? Because an Arahant teaches always the same thing. Yeah? And yeah, he allowed only the Arahants to teach. Yeah? Yeah? So, keep that in mind. Yeah? There's nothing to talk about. Yeah? Look at it. Yeah? The moment we get out of meditation and say, this is wonderful, yeah? It's an affair of the kilesas. The Dhamma doesn't say anything. The Dhamma doesn't come out in thoughts. Huh? The Dhamma comes out in knowing, in understanding, not in thinking to know and thinking to understand. Yeah? For instance, if we investigate pain, yeah? We do it 3 times. Yeah? The first time we really don't understand what is pain is. The second time, yeah, we get an idea. The third time we understand it. But it's only we think we understand. We haven't really seen what is pain. Yeah? We really have not understood what is pain. Where is it coming from? Why does it disappear? Yeah? Where is it actually located? Why can it switch from one point to the other? What is pain? What are these things? These are things that we have to understand. And understanding through seeing it with our inner eyes, not with our outer eyes. Seeing through understanding, looking at something, observing something, asking the right question, not thinking about. The moment we ask a question about what is pain, instantly the kilesas come up with an answer, and then we say yes, and that's the end for us. That's not investigation. Investigation asks a question until there's no more answers coming from the kilesas, until the mind is completely quiet, completely still. And then it can happen that this knowing or this understanding comes from, they don't like that, comes from the chitta. And then we don't have to tell. Anybody. Why do we have to tell anybody? Don't you remember the simile I used for understanding? 8 people sitting around a fire discussing if the fire is hot or if it's cold. And everybody has a very strong opinion, how the fire is. And the 9th person comes, and looks at them, hears what they are talking about, and says, okay, let's see for myself. He touches the fire, he turns his back, and goes. He doesn't try to convince these people because he sees they don't know anything. They're just assuming anything. He just goes. If one of them would ask them, how is the fire? Then he would answer. Buddhism is a religion or is a teaching, where people need to have interest, in what the other person has to say. If there's no interest, no Dhamma is coming out. So when visitors came to see Lungtai, my boy, sometimes he gave a great talk, sometimes he just didn't say anything. He just looked at them and asked them where you come from. That's it. Because these people didn't have any interest in the Dhamma. So why should we waste, why should we waste the Dhamma on people, They don't understand. Or they don't want to understand, or understand wrongly, and so on. In German, there's a saying, we don't throw pearls in front of a pig. And Dhamma is pearls, it's a gem, it's a gem. We don't just throw it out, Take it to heart, all this constant talking about the Dhamma. It's not Dhamma, it's a memory of Dhamma. It has nothing to do with the Dhamma. The Dhamma is in the heart, And it is very difficult to find it, It's not easy, Look at the stories of the Arahants, here in Thailand, Look at the story of Luang Pu Man, he spent alone in the cave, for 3 years, until he reached Anagami, And only then did he allow himself, to teach his fellow monks, because he saw, they have no idea, where to go and how to deal with it, And then he still was an Anagami, and then after a while, after a few years, he decided, I need to finish up, And so he went alone for 11 years into the forest around Chiang Mai. And now people think, we are all so clever, we understand the Dhamma. This teacher is coming saying this, that teacher is coming saying this, we read the suttas, we understand it, Why should we, why should we give up this comfortable lay life? Why? And then we think, I'll go going for a retreat 2 or 3 times a year, for 10 days. Oh, yes, I'm enlightened. No. And we even have teachers who tell us, yes, you are this or you are that. And then we believe it, because we love our ego. Nice, very good, very good. They always, they always say very good, yeah. Very good, yeah. Make good progress, yeah. And actually, when we look in our heart, we had made no progress at all, yeah. It's all delusion. Yeah? And the more we believe these kilesas, the more we get deluded. Yeah? And the more we deluded, the less we are able to see. And in the end, we only see what we want to see. Yeah? And that is the difference. Yeah? Of course, we can see whatever we want to see. Yeah? We read something in the sutras, where somebody talked about this experience or that experience, and then we look for it, and of course we find it. It has nothing to do with the reality. Yeah? It's nothing, that is real. Yeah? But we fall for it. We fall, Yeah? Just like a fish bait. Yeah? The kilesas, put a little worm, there, and then in front of our nose, and then we bite at it, and then we have, yeah? We have a stick, yeah? And then they pull us and pull us and pull us, And, blood is flowing out, and they pull us and pull us and pull us, yeah? Yeah, you know this. Yeah, you know that. Yeah, that's great, and so on. Yeah, that's, huh? In the end, we are useless. Yeah? Useless. All the effort that we make, yeah? So don't, and you see it with the investigation of pain, it becomes very clearly the difference between knowing and thinking to know. Huh? Or understanding and thinking to understand. Very different. Huh? What is pain? Where is it coming from? Yeah? Why is it moving? Why is it changing? Why is it not in one location? Yeah? And all these things, where does anger come from? How does anger feel? How does pain feel? Yeah? What is the difference with fear? Yeah? And so on. What is greed? We don't know anything because we still live on this symbolic, level. Yeah? The symbols, of our language. Yeah? And when we read, there are symbols. Yeah? There's no experience behind that. It's just symbols, and we throw symbols at each other, and confuse each other and get deluded. Yeah, I'm so clever. Yeah. Well, what has the symbol to do with the real experience? Yeah? When we say pain, what has it to do with the experience of pain? Each time the pain is different. Huh? What is fear like? Yeah? What does it feel like? We have to get down, to, in computer terms, to the assembler or to the BIOS, basic input-output system. Yeah? Basic input is sense. Yeah? The sense is coming in. Yeah? We have to experience that. Yeah? Otherwise, we are just manipulating symbols. Yeah? And we are good at that. We are extremely good at that because we are taught in school, and at university how to manage symbols. Huh? Yeah? How to change, how to combine two symbols and make a new symbol. Yeah? But what has it to do with reality? Yeah? The greed and the anger is still there, and we still don't know what is greed and what is anger. And we still don't know, what causes the greed and anger. Yeah? And we don't know what it causes the fear. Yeah? We're still stupid, yeah. In this sense, we are very clever in the world, yeah. We can find our way around in the world. We can make money, we can live happily, yeah, more or less happily, yeah. But in the ways of Dhamma, we are absolutely stupid, yeah. And Lungda Mahabodha said one thing: the more we study, the more we learn, yeah, the more stupid we are in the ways of Dhamma, yeah. Understand that? Yeah. Because the cleverness is the cleverness of the kilesas. It's not the cleverness of the Dhamma. Yeah? And actually we can't use this cleverness, yeah, of the kilesas, against the kilesas. Yeah? We need to find something else. We need to find some tricks, how to get rid of this cleverness who constantly tell us what is happening, why it is happening. Don't you know that? Don't you see that, in your meditation? They tell you what is happening. Huh? And you fall for it. You never question them when they tell you something. No. You should question them. Who are you? What do you say? Yeah? What does it mean? Yeah? That's your task, yeah? To question question these kilesas who come up with all these answers. Oh yeah, the pain is coming because I sit so uncomfortable. Yeah? When you sit so uncomfortable, and watch a movie, there is no pain coming. Because that's what the kilesas love, yeah? Distraction, distraction, distraction. That's there too, yeah? And then they come up with all sorts of explanations, yeah? And the cleverer we are, the cleverer are these explanations, and because we are clever, we are caught up by the cleverness of the kilesas, yeah? Oh yeah, that must be true. Yeah, oh, that is very rational. Yes, that is very logical. That's a good explanation. And that's it. And what have we gained? Nothing. Except, adding to our tower of delusion. Yeah? But actually we are practicing, to get rid of delusion. Huh? No? Well, maybe I misunderstand that. Maybe. Maybe we add up, to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until we can't even go out to the door anymore. Yeah? Our ego becomes bigger and bigger. You remember one of the things that the Lord Buddha said, yeah? It is easier to fight as a single person a whole army than to fight oneself. And who is oneself? Let's remember that. What is our self? Yeah? It's the assumption of body, feeling, thoughts, memory, association, and consciousness. That's it. Yeah? And the attachment to these things. The attachment, it's my thought, it's my feeling, it's my body, yeah? That is the delusion we live in. Yeah? And the more we love this body, the more we love our feelings, the more we love our thoughts and ideas and all these things that come up, yeah? Wonderful ideas, And now I understand, yeah? Never ask yourself, what did I understand? And then the answer is nothing. Nothing. Huh? Nothing. Huh? What did I understand? I often ask myself, what did you understand? Nothing. And then instantly, this thought was gone. Yeah? Because I really didn't understand the thing. But the kilesas came up with a very clever, in quotation marks, insight. Yeah? And then I asked, so what? What is going on? What did you understand? Nothing. Okay, so it wasn't anything. Just was a painting of the kilesas that they painted to fool us, to get us out of samadhi or, stop our investigation. Yeah? And mostly at a time, where it is undermining the power of the kilesas. That's where they bring up all these things. Yeah? The moment we really start seriously practicing, and trying to undermine the power of the kilesas, not giving in to the kilesas, oh, I need some rest now, I need some break, and so on. Yeah, no, we go against it. Yeah, and they feel, that they lose the power over us. Yeah, and then they come with very clever explanations. Yeah, and very clever excuses. Yeah, and we all know that actually. Yeah, we should know that if we practice a little bit. Yeah, and we should not give in to these things. Yeah. These are just like soap bubbles, Yeah, and every one of us knows, when we were young, we loved to run after these soap bubbles. And the moment we touched them, what happened? Burst. Nothing was there. Nothing. Huh? But when we look at the soap, oh, so beautiful. And this one is different. Oh, yeah. You grab the first one, it bursts, but then we see the next one. And it constantly goes on. It constantly fools us, yeah? Because once the first soap bubble bursts, the next comes up, yeah? And then the next comes. The kilesas are very clever, yeah? Constantly producing these soap bubbles, these thoughts, these imaginations, yeah? And we constantly fall for their tricks. I'm so tired. I need to sleep. Huh? How does sleep, make us progress in our practice? Huh? And then we say, yes, my Lord, I'm so tired, I need to sleep. Huh? And then we go to sleep and all our practice from the day before was gone. Yeah? Then we have to start the next day afresh. Yeah? And that is, of course, tiresome. Yeah? When we don't give in to the sleep or tiredness, then we start to slowly progress. Yeah? I said, there are quite a few tricks, that you can use for tiredness. Yeah? Of course, you can take a cold shower, and then go on. Yeah? It doesn't probably last long, 5 minutes later you're still tired, because the kilesas are tired of doing the Buddha or doing the investigation. Yeah? And you can use also, you could use to get up some situations from your memory that make you really angry. Yeah? Once you get this anger, this energy, it's energy. Yeah? You don't feel tired anymore. So the kilesas have tricked you. Huh? So do it, yeah? In the moment you get the energy, then go away from the thoughts that brought up this anger, yeah? And use it on your Buddha or investigation. Yeah? You have to be smart, in this way, you have to be smart in the ways of Dhamma, that means skillful, yeah? Lord Buddha talked about skillfulness, of using the right weapons against the right opponent, yeah? So, do you have any questions? What? Biological.
It's considered as a family.
It's a what? As a?
Gamble. Buying lottery.
Oh, buying lottery. Yeah. You can check out, yeah. You can buy 3 times, yeah. And if you don't win anything, then you don't have the karma. And then you should stop. Yeah. But even, if you win a lot, it's your good karma. Yeah? And even if you don't play, you will get it. That is the nice thing about karma. Yeah? You don't have to play lottery. Yeah? But if you want to know, if you have something in stock, maybe there's still something on your bank account, in the universe, yeah, then you can play for a few times, yeah. And if you see you don't win anything, yeah, then well, there's nothing there. So you should stop, yeah. It's the same going into a casino or things like that. Yeah?
But they say that you don't buy, open a chance to win the lottery.
Yes, some people,
you kind of create to feel a chance to win it.
Yes, of course.
If you don't buy, then you have no opportunity about it.
That's not true. You have a relative, or you have an uncle, or you have a sponsor that suddenly comes up, at the right time when the fruit is, when the fruit is ripe, yeah. What does the fruit do, yeah? When you look at a fruit tree, when the fruit is ripe, it falls down, yeah. And when you sit there, it falls into your lap, yeah. And that is karma. At the right time, the fruit of our previous effort or previous merit comes, yeah. So don't worry about it. But if you want to test it out, yeah, test it out, yeah. But don't test out one thing, the Lord Buddha also said you shouldn't be stupid, yeah. So if you want to know if you have a long life, yeah, and then jump up from a high riser, that's stupid, yeah. That doesn't prove anything, yeah. So try to be skillful, in what you do, yeah. And especially if you have done this good karma in this life, there's hardly any chance that you get it back in this life. Yeah? Karma needs time to ripe, yeah? Just like, the fruits, yeah? I mean, you plant a fruit tree, yeah? 7 years, before you can harvest it, or maybe 5 years, it depends on, yeah? And then you get every year, yeah? And it is something like, sometimes of karma, is like that. I mean, you have to wait 7 lifetimes to become it back. But then it comes every lifetime, yeah? Just like a fruit tree, yeah? And most of the karma, that we do in this life comes back in the next life, be it bad or good, yeah? I mean, if you have lots of bad karma, then we go to hell first, and then receive the good karma, when we might go to heaven, yeah? But it doesn't come in this life, yeah? That is something that people have to understand, yeah? Yeah? If they don't believe it, they have to ask a farmer, yeah, who plants rice. Yeah, today they plant rice, can they eat it tomorrow? They say, are you stupid? Yeah? You do have to wait until it becomes ripe, huh? Huh? So you plant something in this life, and most of the time, yeah, depends on, there are some karmas that might come back in 30, 40 years, yeah? But most of the karma comes back next life. So that's what we do, we prepare our next life with this life, yeah? Or, much better, we try to get out, yeah, of the hamster wheel. That, of course, is the best option, yeah? But if not, if we still enjoy this life and there's nothing wrong with it, yeah, then at least, we can prepare, yeah? If you want to sit down, at a table, at a buffet, yeah, you have to prepare the food first before you can start eat. No? Huh? And what do you have to do? You have to go shopping first, yeah? And before that, you have to earn money first. And then you can go shopping. And then you can prepare the food. And then, only then can you eat. Yeah? And karma is the same thing. Okay?
Keeping the precepts of silas.
Yeah?
Those, Ajahn said, those do not keep or observe the sila precepts, when they die, they go to hell. So they mean the people who are from out of the Thailand or this part of the world, say Europe, America, Spain, or this thing, they don't even know, they're not aware of the sila or precepts at all. They mean when they die, they go to hell. Most of them.
Most of them, yeah, but even most of them in Thailand go to hell, even though they know the precepts. Huh? They are very good people, if they are really truly Christians from the heart, I mean, they keep the precepts, yeah? So that,
but they are not aware of it.
They are not aware of it.
Precepts.
They don't have to be aware of it. But, in Christianity, there are the Ten Commandments, yeah? If they keep them, they're pretty close to keeping the 5 precepts, except for alcohol and drugs, yeah? But most of them don't drink anyway, yeah? So, I mean, they do keep the 5 precepts.
But now they hardly
Yeah,
hear people
now.
talking about 10 commands anymore.
No, because it is not comfortable, yeah?
Yeah.
It's just like you go to Bangkok and try to talk about the 5 precepts.
Yes.
Huh? People don't like it, don't like to hear it, yeah? I want to have I want to have my Mia Noi, yeah? Yeah? Huh? I want to have my Pua Noi, yeah? Yeah? Or, I want to drink, I want to get drunk. How many people, when you go to a restaurant, how many Thai people who are Buddhists drink until they really don't know anything anymore, yeah? Yeah, not much different from the British, yeah? who get drunk, at 11 o'clock in the night, or used to, yeah? So, I mean, alcohol is a problem all over the world, yeah? And heroin and all these drugs are a problem, yeah? Especially for the younger, yeah? So, I mean, not keeping that precept. I mean, if you drink 1 glass of wine, I mean, once a week or once a month, I mean, you won't go to hell for that, yeah? But if you start to get dependent on it, yeah? And if you drink so much that you completely lose consciousness, yeah? I mean, then certainly, yeah? It's also, all these things, it is very difficult to say, yeah. But just take the example of the Lord Buddha, yeah. When the Venerable Ananda asked him how many people are going to hell, how many people are going to heaven. You see that bull over there? How many horns does he have? These are the people who go to heaven on Nibbana. How many hairs does he have on his fur? These are the people who go to hell. Yeah? And then remember, the other thing that the Lord Buddha said, 70% of the human race have not even a chance. So they will only go to hell. Yeah?
But human being is born every day. Where are they? Because most of the people
Yeah.
go to hell, right?
Yeah.
Then those who is born every
Yeah.
day, and then the
Where do they come from?
Getting increased.
Yeah. Do the people who go to prison not come out? Hell is just like prison. You serve a sentence and then you come out. How many years it is, maybe it is only 1 year, maybe it is 10 years, maybe it is 100 years, maybe it is 1,000 years. After 1,000 years, yeah, you get your papers and you can go. It's not eternal hell, it's not eternal heaven. Understand? And why are there so many people? Because the hell has at the moment, a high rate of getting rid of the inhabitants, because they need some space for some more people. That's why there are so many people. They just have a hell break, and they come and born as a human being, in the way, they behave, you see it, they have no other means, no other intentions, to enjoy life, on cost of everybody, to go to hell.
Go back there.
Yeah. That is the normal cycle of beings, yeah.
So those who go to hell, they have opportunity to come out and be born as a human.
Yeah, not every, even in a very bad life, there are certain times where we keep the 5 precepts, yeah. So if you add them up, it takes, it adds up to a human life, but it takes a long, long time, yeah. Even us, for good people, we are not always keeping the 5 precepts, yeah. So if you go against the 5 precepts, it also adds up. But it does not necessarily lead us to hell, yeah? If you have a lot of good merit, it can lead us to heaven, yeah? Or it can lead us to another realm, yeah? Maybe the ghost realm, maybe the animal realm. That is not as bad, as the hell realm, yeah? But the animal realm is not really that comfortable. Yeah? Okay? What is it? Speak up.
These few days I was practicing Buddha all the time.
Yeah.
So when during the sitting meditation,
Yeah.
it's like I have no peace because when I sit,
You have no what?
no peace.
No peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No peace because when I sit, although I was observing the Buddha all the
Yeah.
time, then the thinking
Yeah.
keep on.
Yeah.
There are so many times that's like no peace.
Yeah.
And then keep on back Buddha. And then thinking comes with nimitta, with vision.
Yeah.
And then vision, then I was like, keep on Buddha very hard.
Yeah.
And it comes with sanya, memory,
Yeah.
this one, that one, etc. So I keep on very hard. And then it was like no peace, like keep on up and down.
Yeah.
But it takes 2.5 hours for that process. So it's like, but after that, when I got up, I saw that, why thinking come, sanya come.
But that is, yeah.
Then when I come back, it was peace again. And then go out, keep on out, in, out. But I have to keep on myself like Buddha.
Yeah.
But it come, go.
But that is normal, watch a little child, you're a mother, so your child goes up, falls over, goes up, falls over, goes up, falls over. It doesn't come to mama, I can't walk, please carry me around for the rest of my life. Yeah. Have you ever seen the patience of a child, learning to walk? It never gives up. And we are so easily give up. Oh, it's so difficult, the chitta always goes out. Yeah. For myself, it was 1.5 years until I could rein it in. But I think I did a little bit more than you. Yeah. And I was a little bit more determined not to let it go out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there were some times where I reached some peacefulness. Yeah. But most of the time, it is struggle. Yeah. Because of course, the more you think, the more the mind goes out. Yeah? And the more you believe these thoughts, the more these thoughts come in. And also these visions, these visual thoughts. Yeah. As I described it, so I mean, yeah. And we believe it, yeah. And then we believe it, we get deluded, and then a real mess comes up. Okay. Yeah.
Dhamma, so based on your talk about the kilesas giving you fake insight.
Yeah.
So when do we know the insight is a true insight, the Dhamma insight?
The moment you question it and says, yeah.
And it has no answers.
And if there are no answers, then inside it's true. Yeah. It is like, this knowing is like, you really put the hand in your fire and the whole world can say, no, you never put it in. And the 8 people who are standing around the fire say, no, you never touched the fire, you're lying. But you touched the fire. And it is very difficult, yeah, because most of the time or most of our life, we assume we know, yeah. And the moment you assume you know, then you say, no, it's not true, no, I don't believe you. Because you can't destroy this experience. Can you? Even if you say, no, I never touched the fire, you touched it. No? But it is very different, yeah? It is very subtle, yeah? This knowing is very subtle, but it is rock solid. It cannot be, it cannot be disturbed by any kind of thoughts, by any kind of intimidation. Even if the whole world says, no, you're talking nonsense, Yeah? But the moment you really think you understood, or you think you know, the moment other people say, no, it's not true, then you start to waver, yeah? And then it's just faith. Okay? Yeah?
When you think you know something, or when you know something,
Yeah?
can there not be doubts anymore?
Was?
Können da keine Zweifel sein, also wenn man das weiß oder zumindest glaubt und weiß es, können da keine Zweifel mehr kommen?
No, you have to put in the doubt. You have to doubt it yourself. And the moment you see it's shaking, then you know it's fake. Maybe I didn't see it right. Just say this, yeah? When this knowing comes up, yeah? When you think you know, when you think you understand something, ask, what did I understand? And then suddenly, I don't know. Huh? Just this thought come up, now I understand. And then you instantly say, what did I understand? Nothing.
Es ist nicht möglich, zu zweifeln über das, was man wirklich weiß.
You can't destroy anything that is true. Just like I said with the experience of, the moment you touch the fire, you touch the fire and you know how it is, yeah? And the whole world cannot, no doubt, yeah, can come up about this. But it is difficult, because most of our understanding, most of our insight comes through thinking, yeah? And this thinking, when we think we had an insight, when we think now we understand, yeah, that can be destroyed, yeah? But knowing itself can never be destroyed, yeah? Supposed to, somebody is an arahant and he knows he's an arahant and he tells, and all the other people will say, no, you can't be an arahant because, you cry, just like Linda Mahambo, or you get angry, you can't be an arahant. That doesn't destroy him. Yeah? He knows he's an arahant. Yeah?
Aber manchmal zum Beispiel, wenn ich zum Beispiel das mache und
Ja?
frage ich mich, habe ich vielleicht Silas gebrochen? Eigentlich weiß ich habe sie nicht gebrochen.
Ja, also.
Trotzdem, die können...
Yeah, that's the kilesas, if you keep the silas and then the kilesas come in and say, maybe you broke the silas, maybe you broke the silas. It is just a tactic of the kilesas, yeah? For each person they use different kind of tactics, yeah? So if they can come with doubt for you, then they come with doubt. For other people they come with fear, yeah? For other people they come, with tiredness. For other people they come with sloth and torpor. They know you better than you yourself, yeah? And that is the problem, yeah? So whatever you taught, whatever you learned through your life, and through your previous lives, that's what they know, yeah? And they know every weakness of you, yeah? So if they know, they can disturb you with doubt, yeah? They come until you say, oh, I don't care, I keep my precepts, yeah? I finished, yeah? As long as it is a voice, you can be pretty much sure, it is a kilesa. Yeah?
Sometimes the voice says both things.
Yeah, sometimes it says both things, yeah? Don't worry, the thing about practice is, when I sit down to practice Buddha or Anapanasati, the only question that I should have at the time, am I with my breath? If I'm not with my breath, I return to the breath. Am I with the Buddha? I'm not with the Buddha, return to the Buddha. And nothing else, nothing, not a thing else interests us. No matter what they say. Yeah? If we are not with the Buddha, if we are not with the breath, it's wrong. Yeah? It's a voice of kilesa. That's where we can clearly see it. Just take one meditation, yeah? Try to be with the breath or try to be with the Buddha, and then listen to all the things that, that come up, all the visions that you have. It's coming all from the kilesa. Yeah? And the same thing for investigation. Now I investigate the body, I investigate this part of the body, and whatever is not this part of the body are the kilesas, yeah? They are like little children. They try to disturb us all the time. Don't you know little children that, yeah? Every mother does know it. They want our attention. And if they get our attention, then they play with us, yeah? And if you don't give them the attention, huh? We do have nephews and nieces, we do know these. Huh? Have you ever seen that? Nicht nur Neffen, ja? Ja? Wie die versuchen, deine Aufmerksamkeit zu bekommen. Und wenn du nicht aufpasst, dann die versuchen das auf alle mögliche Weise. Ja? That's how the kilesas work. They're little children, yeah. Just like, go shopping with them, they see something, they want something, and they will cry, until you give in. Yeah, because this crying is painful. Yeah, and that's why most of the mothers give in. Yeah, but yeah, they will stop crying if you say no. You're just determined not. Yeah, and then will stop crying because they know it doesn't make any sense. Yeah? Oh, it's the same with the fear. Yeah, when you say, oh, so whatever. Yeah, whatever can die, let it die. Yeah, whatever stays over, whatever remains, I will stay with that. That's how you overcome fear. Yeah? Or doubt, so doubt, go ahead and doubt, I sit and do my Buddha. Huh? Because that's what I'm supposed to do. Or do my breath, or do my investigation. Okay, now finish. Huh? Verstanden, Annie? You understood? Huh? When I was practicing, the first 12 years I never opened my mouth, except for somebody was asking. Because I didn't know. Even if they asked me, what is the practice? I said, what do I know?